Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm coming to you today just for a little casual check-in, just a little chat. I just wanted to sit down with you guys and just talk for a little bit. I do a lot of like day in the life videos, full day of food videos where I'm just kind of walking around and talking here and there and showing the kids. And sometimes I just feel like I just need to catch up with my friends here on YouTube a little bit and have just a little sit down video. If you're new here to my channel and you're coming around for the first time, this might not be that interesting of a video because you don't know me, I don't know you. I'm not giving any great tips or advice or anything. I'm kind of just sitting down with my friends and having a little chat. So where do I want to start here? Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is just my video schedule. So I occasionally will mention the schedule I have for posting, and I'll get comments saying, oh, do you have a schedule? Do you have certain days that you post certain things? And when I see those comments, I'm like, oh, you don't know that? Like, to me, it just feels so familiar. Like, this is when I post videos. I forget that some people might not even, maybe a lot of you don't even notice that I have a posting schedule. So what I've been doing I've probably been doing this for like 5 years. Mondays are my like sit down style videos, although sometimes I'm kind of out of topics to sit and talk about, and so I'll throw in a day in the life, or I'll do like a morning routine video, or that's kind of my idea for Mondays, like Amazon hauls or like homeschooling updates, and that kind of style video is for Mondays. Every single Wednesday, it's always a food related video. So what I've been doing is every other week I do a full day of food. Every other week I do a grocery haul. Occasionally I'll throw in like a week of dinners video, but it's always food related on Wednesdays. Fridays always is a vlog, day in the life style video. So that's what my schedule has been for quite some time. And I will occasionally just kind of rethink my schedule and like, should I be changing something up? And I am not a YouTuber who is like constantly checking my analytics and figuring out like, what should I be doing to best, grow my channel, and what are the people wanting to watch the most. I'm not always up on my analytics, but I have noticed that my full day of food videos always do so well. My grocery hauls always do quite well also, but my Wednesday videos, are getting a lot of views. My Friday videos actually are getting a lot of views as well. And so I'm always just like, okay, should I just be posting full day of food videos? Should I just be like vlogging and that's all I'm doing? My Monday videos just tend to, sometimes I'll have one go out that does well, but often not as well as my food videos or as my vlogs. And to be honest, my Monday videos are probably the most work to film, in that I am writing notes and I'm like prepping, like writing a script, so to speak, like just writing notes for what I want to talk about in my video. It also is often the hardest to edit, like it takes the longest to edit, and it also is just a little bit tricky sometimes to find the time to sit and chat with you guys. For a lot of years, my kids were all like, they'd all be in their rooms having quiet time, or they were all napping, so for me to sit, just to sit down and film would be easy. Well, now my 3 youngest ones always go have a quiet time. My 2 older ones don't. They're often just sitting down here reading. They're just around more, and so when I do sit down and film, I have to just, okay, well, you guys just go up to your room so that I can sit and film. That being said, I also could take my camera up to my bedroom. I know some YouTubers who have older kids, I notice, oh, they always film in their bedroom, which I probably should do as well, so that the kids have this space. I don't have to like send them to their room so that I can sit and film. But all that to say, these videos that are probably doing the worst on my channel are the ones that are the most work. And so sometimes I'm like, oh, should I be changing this up? So I think what I'm gonna do for the near future, I'm still just kind of thinking this through. I'm still gonna do vlogs every Friday. I think I'm gonna do full day of foods every single Wednesday. So not sometimes grocery hauls, just always full day of foods. You guys can know that every Wednesday there will be a new full day of food out. And then my Mondays, I'm still kind of like, okay, what should I do? Should I sometimes do grocery hauls on Monday and routines and just once in a while a sit down video? Or should I don't know. I still haven't quite decided on that, so you guys can comment down below and let me know. If you're like, Julie, I love your Monday videos, I love your homeschooling, you know, style chatty videos, let me know that down below as well. I'm still kind of on the fence what I'm gonna do, but I'm definitely continuing my vlogs every Friday, and I'm definitely continuing my full day of, or I'm going to switch to a full day of food every Wednesday. Okay, enough about that topic. So let me know down in the comments what you guys think. I always love to hear just like, what do you guys think? In general, just a little update. We're doing well. Homeschooling is going well. I am kind of already looking forward to the summer. Like, man, it'll be so nice to not have like school every day and just have a lot more free time. You always get to that point in the year where you're like, yeah, a break will be so nice. We also have all the schools, like all the public schools, private schools, they all have a March break in the middle of March. And so I haven't quite decided if we're gonna take that March break or not. I would say often we don't. Often we'll take like a day or two off because we have lots of friends who go to school and they have that week off. And so if they want to spend a day together, then we'll take a day off school to spend a day with them. But in general, March is a pretty yucky month here where we live. Like, there's still snow on the ground, and if it is warming up, then the snow is melting and like there's just puddles everywhere and everything's just messy. It's not typically a really nice month. And so usually we will just try to do school through March, because I just feel like I would so much rather get off school a month earlier when the weather is really nice than take a week off in March. But of course, like, people will always talk about March break. Even when I was in the grocery pickup line this morning and the woman who came and dropped off our groceries in the trunk, the kids were all in the back seat, and she's like, oh, are you guys looking forward to March break? And my kids were like, yeah. So like, they know that there's such a thing as March break. I can't just keep that a secret from them anymore. So we'll see. We'll have to figure out what we're gonna do about that. But in general, school is going really well. I don't want to make this video like talking about like politics and stuff, but you know, we're in Canada, and so I've gotten comments about like the trucker convoy and like, you know, so many messages, which I'm really thankful for you guys messaging me saying we're praying for you guys, we're praying for Canada. And I just love that about you guys. I love that you are so encouraging to me, and that you are just aware of what's going on in our little country of Canada. Usually the US, like, their politics are big. Like, the current events in the US are big. So in Canada, that's big for us too. Like, we always know what's going on there. And Canada, it's like, oh, nobody really knows what's going on in Canada. Like, we're just this little country. And so with what's been going on recently, like COVID and stuff, and the convoy, and you know, our prime minister, all this kind of crazy stuff that's been going on, everybody's been knowing, for better or for worse, the positives and the negatives about what's going on in our country. So I found that a little bit interesting, but I love that you guys are aware of that, and that you're, you know, reaching out to me and just letting me know that you're thinking of me and asking how we're doing. I really appreciate that. It's been a bit crazy. Andrew and I will talk about this from time to time, and I'm like, I am so tired of like, anytime we're talking, it's always about like the bad stuff. It's not like, it's not lighthearted, like, hey, where do you want to go on vacation this year? Like, hey, you know, just, it's all heavy stuff. And sometimes that's hard. And then of course with the kids, trying to find the balance of talking, letting them know what's going on, but not like telling them everything and having them be anxious about what's going on in our country, in the world. And I definitely like to know like what is going on. And then now with the war going on, with Russia invading Ukraine, it can be easy to always check what's going on. And with social media, you can get firsthand accounts of everything that's going on. And it's interesting, it's heart-wrenching, and it's good, I think, to be aware of what's going on, especially when it's in our country. I felt very much like it's hard to pull away from the news, because we need to know what's going on. Like, should we be fleeing, or should we be, like, what should we be doing? So it's important to be aware of that, but it also gets to be too much, and it gets to be just so heavy. And I don't think we were meant to always know all these different personal accounts of what's going on, you know, everywhere. Any tragedy that happens, you can be reading about this, all the GoFundMe pages, and it can just be a lot. And yeah, we should be praying for these people. And if we can be an encouragement, like, I want to be that encouragement, But at the same point, sometimes you just need to turn off the news, turn off, all these stories on social media, and just draw close to your family. And occasionally when I do put my phone away, and I'll just be like, I'll be with the kids and I'm like, this was such a good afternoon. We just played games, we talked, we enjoyed this time together, and I wasn't reading these negative news stories and reading about these different decisions our prime minister is making. And it's like, oh, that was so nice. Then Andrew will come in and be like, oh, I just read this. And I'm like, no, I'm having a good afternoon. Like, I don't want to hear about this right now. And then something that bugs me too is when like we've had our freedoms really taken from us here in Canada, and I know everyone has different opinions on this, and they'll say, oh, like, you haven't lost your freedoms, like Ukraine, that's what losing your freedoms is. And I'm like, okay, I get that, and yes, that is horrible, and I'm thankful to be in the country I'm in, but at the same point, I can be fighting for my freedom because I don't have freedom. Okay, my camera just died. I was like, should I just go charge it and come and sit down in like 20 minutes when it's all charged? No, I don't feel like waiting. So I'm just gonna finish my video on my phone, vlog style. It is a casual video after all, so this fits, this works. But the right in the middle of my like heavy topic here too. So some of our guidelines, like our local vaccine mandates and stuff, are lifting soon. Like, they're lifting now. But for the past like 6 months, like, I can't even sit in a restaurant to eat. I'm not allowed to leave the country. I'm not allowed to go on an airplane. I'm not allowed to go into gyms. We do want to fight for our freedoms before they get worse. And it reminds me of this quote I heard a while ago, and I've told this to people a few times, and I think of it often because I just think this is important to remember, not just in politics, but like in sickness and in hard times, that don't let somebody tell you that you're hard is not hard enough for you to be upset. Like, for someone to tell you, oh, you shouldn't be sad, or you shouldn't be upset because this person has it way worse than you, is the equivalent of someone saying to you, you shouldn't be happy because so many people have it way better than you. And I just always remind myself of that, whether it's about how I'm feeling or how someone else is feeling. Your opinion and your personal situation is still important, and you are allowed to feel those things even if they're not as bad as somebody else's or as good as somebody else's. Your feelings are totally still valid. Just little rant there, but maybe that will be a good thing for you to remember as well. What else did I want to talk about? I think I just wanted to kind of talk about this winter and say, like, we are enjoying this winter and I'm loving, I guess just my change of heart. And I have said in the past, like, we live for the summer. Like, here in Ontario, where we have a cold winter, we just live for the summer because the summer is just amazing. And anytime you can ask me, hey, wouldn't summer be nice right now? And if I think about it, yes, I would absolutely so much prefer if it was summer right now, because we are still in like the cold of winter and having to bundle up anywhere we go. Oh my goodness, winter is just, it's definitely not my favorite season. Let's just say that. But I made a choice this winter. I was like, I am not going to wish this winter away. I am not going to be like counting down the weeks till spring. I'm just going to enjoy it. For one thing, my kids are getting older, and so we're able to do a lot more things in the snow. All of my kids can get on skates, we can go skating, we can go sledding, and my kids are getting more independent and dressing themselves for the winter. So many positives this winter. But I also just feel like, for one, I don't want to be like wishing every season away, because I am so aware of how quickly my kids are growing, and that if every single year I am just like, I can't wait till summer, I am just wishing away all these years, and my kids just keep growing and I'm getting older. I don't want to be like wishing for these years to go by fast so that I can get to be 40. I don't want to be in that mindset. So I've just chosen, like, I am going to enjoy this winter, and not even, spring will come, summer will come. I'm just going to make the most of this winter. And I think that's worked really well for us this year. And we have just enjoyed doing a lot of fun outdoor sports this winter. Was there anything else I wanted to say? I know this is just a very casual, just chatty video. this is what happens when I'm like, wait, what else should I post about on a Monday? I'm kind of out of ideas right now. I think that's really about all I wanted to say. I'm starting to do some spring clothing shopping, so I will probably post a spring clothing haul soon. Also, Easter is coming up soon. I will definitely have a what we got our kids for Easter video coming out sometime soon as well. But I think that's about it. Just wanted to have a little chat with you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I'd love to hear your comments, read your comments down below, and we can kind of keep conversation going. Thank you for watching this video today, and I will see you guys very soon.